evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. I am Hina Gambhir. The big story that we have for you at this point in time is coming from the state of Tamil Nadu. And amid rise in COVID cases there, from 6th of January, night lockdown will be imposed in the state of Tamil Nadu. And the timings are going to be 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. All the commercial complexes, shops and hotels will not be allowed to function. Now, after cities like Delhi and Mumbai, even in Chennai, we are seeing a spike in COVID cases. And now this is what the Tamil Nadu government has decided, that there's going to be a night lockdown. And we will be going across to my colleague Mugilan in just a bit to understand what all is going to be allowed in this night lockdown and what will remain shut. Okay, Mugilan is joining us on the broadcast this evening. Mugilan, good evening. Can you tell us what would this night lockdown really mean? Okay, we'll try and reconnect with Mugilan in just a bit, but that's the big update that we are getting for you at this point in time. From 6th of January, which is tomorrow, there's going to be a night lockdown that will be imposed in the entire state of Tamil Nadu. The timings are 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So far, what we know is that all the commercial complexes, shops and hotels will not be allowed to function as well. Now, this is because of a sharp spike in COVID cases in the entire state of Tamil Nadu that we are seeing these kind of restrictions kicking in, and this time a night lockdown is what has been announced by the government. And that is going to be with effect from tomorrow. From 10 p.m. to 5 p.m., there's going to be a curfew sort of a situation. Mugilan, in fact, is now joining us live this evening for more on this. Mugilan, good evening. Could you tell us what exactly is going to be allowed and what won't be allowed between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.? Because usually around this time, the commercial complexes, shops and, the markets clearly remain shut in any way.
Definitely, yes. As the COVID cases continue to rise in Chennai and in the state, now the Tamil Nadu state government have come up with several new restrictions. And yes, as you rightly pointed out, from tomorrow 10 p.m. onwards, that there will be night curfew. But as you rightly said, yes, shops in Tamil Nadu, the shops, hotels and the other commercial establishments are allowed to function till 11 p.m. In the state till usually, but now after the light lockdown, it will be shut by 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and during this lockdown period, that is during the night lockdown period, what we are learning from the Tamil Nadu state government is that the interstate public and private transport will be allowed, and all the essential services and emergency services will be allowed during this night lockdown period. And the petrol bunks will be allowed to function 24/7, and all the continuous processing units and manufacturing units, IT firms, the people who are working, employees who are working in these firms will be allowed to come out during this night lockdown period, but they should have valid ID card with them. And the government have once again advised all the IT firms to encourage work from home for their employees, and if someone is going to an airport, railway station or a bus stop, they can use their own vehicle or they can hire a vehicle to reach these places, but they are supposed to possess a valid ticket, is what we are learning from the latest announcement. And on Sunday, there will be a complete lockdown, and during this complete lockdown or a full lockdown, the public the public transport and the metro transport will not function. And during the full lockdown, in hotels, the only parcel services will be allowed from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And importantly, several other restrictions also that have been put in place by the Tamil Nadu state government, that is including no permission for play schools and nursery schools to operate, and more importantly, physical classes will not be conducted for 1st standard to 9th standard.
All right. Thank you very much, Mugilan, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this big story from Tamil Nadu. There's a press conference